Today is a very beautiful morning today, and it is the day that we have arranged to do the baking for our new batch in this other chicken house. So this other one is the first chicken house for the commercial layers that we brought recently, and then we raised the 500 layer batch that we just culled some 5 days ago. So today we are going to do the baking of the new batch of the birds that we brought last time in this other whatever batch the chicken house. Over here in this place here, we have the rainy season just started actually some 2 months ago, and then we decided to plant some crops around the farm. You can see there is sweet potato that's grown here. So this particular chicken house that you are seeing right now here is the latest chicken house that we built. I remember sharing the costs and how we built it. You can see it is not yet complete. We did not finish it because of the financial challenges. We prioritize on bringing birds than finishing the structure, because still, even if we finished it, we were unable to stock the whole building. So we decided to bring some few birds on the lower section, and in this upper section we are not yet having birds. So let us open and we enter inside there. We see the activity that we are carrying out in this upper section of the house. So you can see the room. Look, let us first close the door back. That is the rule of the farm. You can see the room is a little bit disorganized. I am seeing a lot of mess. This is the upper section of the building. You can see the roof is clearly appearing, and where we are standing is the roof for the lower section, and we can see the gumboots, the tarpaulin. In the sack we have the wood saving, and another one which is poured there. There are others which are packed on the left side of the corner, and there are some clothes. There is one person working over here in this hall of this building, because there is only one floor which is on the lower section. It means we are temporarily using this section for our thing. This is a soap that the person used for bathing, because the biosecurity is our priority. Though we are not supposed to put all this mess around here, but we believe very soon we are going to get rid of it, and then we shall just leave the house intact. Like I've told you, today is the day for the baking. My guys are very ready, well dressed. They have ready bathed. Let us go and we do our debaking. Let us move around together. So I told you that is the first chicken house plus the second one, and I told you that the building is not yet complete. Our RAM is still not proper, and then we have to be very careful about it, because we don't need to have issues like accident here. So let us go inside there, and then we see our chicken, and then after that we start debaking them one way. I'll be going through with you the processes and how we are doing our debaking over there. So this is disinfectant that I've just put to my leg. Let us open the door. We enter inside there. So these are the birds. These birds are 13 weeks old. We are supposed to debake them on their 12th week according to the recommendation of the breeder. But there are some people who debakes them on week 1. So for us, we have decided that 12th week is better for us. So these are the birds. They have grown so perfectly. We are giving them perfect feed. We don't compromise on the feeding. We don't compromise on the quality. So let us see. So what we are going to do is to apportion the place into two, where we are going to separate the birds. And on the other section, we shall be putting birds that we already debaked. And then let us start the process of debaking. Somebody may be asking, what is debaking? Debaking is cutting of the beaks of the birds. So let us start the process. You look at how I am going to cut this one. Make sure you cut 3/4 of the beak. If you don't cut it up to that stage, it will grow back. So when it grows back, it means the work is very useless. And then the worst thing is to debake them when they are already laying, because here the stress is too much. When the birds are being debaked, they have too much stress, the pain, and also the stress of chasing them around for them to run around. So what, after cutting, you bring it to the heat source, you seal the cut edge. After sealing it, the level of blood splitting over is limited. So why you need to seal it is because you want to kill the cells on that cut edge so that they don't grow back. And then when they don't grow back, the birds will reach the period of laying, and then there are some hormones that develops in birds at their older age, hormones that stimulates the vices of the poultry. So vices can be pecking each other, can be cannibalism, can also be like feather pecking and then egg eating. So you need to avoid those things by only debeaking them. So after debeaking them, the beaks will just be shorter, and then stress like the vices caused by vices and other things can just be avoided. And mostly in the laying period, your birds must always be stress free, and then they such that they give you a good percentage. And then let us clean the blood that is stained on the stove. So we let us proceed with the work. The birds, we actually, it is a little bit of work, sealing, cutting, and also catching them. Birds, they can fly, they can move around. Catching them can be sometimes problem, and it's a little bit tiresome. But we have to do it anyway. The good thing, we are not only few, we are quite many. We are about 5 people. Inside they are working, others are collecting them. For me personally, I am cutting the beaks. So others, they are sealing the beaks. A lot, we are trying to do a lot. And also, you don't need birds to be piled around when you are doing this exercise. This is one of the exercise that has always caused the mortalities in birds, unexpected mortalities, especially when birds pile themselves together. You realize that there are some that died, so you need to keep checking them around. When you move around, make sure that their piling is actually avoided. You scatter them so that they don't pile. And then you can see the kind of drinker that I'm using, still chick drinker. I tell you, it is really very terrible at times. But what you need to do is to prioritize on the things that really gives you the money. So let us continue baking them. The birds, they are in target weight. And then I don't know whether this kind of the baking scares you. You see my machine. It is the SAP one, but it is a little bit scary. I cannot afford the other type, or the one which uses electricity. Number one, and number two, we don't have a proper source of electricity around here. We are just using manual things, so it's okay, it works, it also works. So we are continuously, or it worked for us before. So after 2 hours, the work has come to an end. So we are collecting the tarpaulins back. So let us see now the birds. The birds seem not to be happy because they were really harmed. After being cut, they were burned, so it is a serious stress. Imagine how you could feel such a stress. For me personally, I was not happy when I was continuing the work, but I have to do it, because if I didn't do, the pain of watching them pecking each other, actual causing a lot of harm to each other, is actually the most dangerous thing. So the baking is actual evil thing that you can do to your birds, but you really need to do it. If you don't do it, it is very, very serious challenge. So this is my drinker. My drinker is the chick drinker still, but the birds are on target weight. I'm expecting, because for my first batch, I thought I would get some money coming in, and then I will buy the bigger or maybe automated drinkers after that. But still, money cannot allow. The process of developing or growing in business is a certain gradual process, and then you cannot try to hurry up. If you rush, you crash. And I'm trying to bring birds before even the time, because I know birds are the only things that gives money. And if I can make sure that I give them water, even if 5 times, there is no problem. But I have to make sure that I move on, and then I am moving on. You can see the type of drinkers, the feeders, everything is not yet in perfection, but things cannot be perfect at the beginning. They will be perfect later. Remember, we have never taken any single amount of money from this farm. So every money that comes from this farm, we have always put it back, because our plans are a little bit longer, and then this is not where we expect ourselves to be. We still have bigger dreams for this farm, and because of that, our focusing point is always ahead. And then this is where we have come. I think if you have watched us up to this far, you must be somebody who is very interested about what we do. We don't only say about farming, we also say about other things, how we can develop our mind. This is some of the greens that we are growing around the farm. The land has already become very fertile because of the chicken. Recently, we cull the birds in this other chicken house, not because they are already old, but because of the circumstances, especially the feed costs have gone higher, and continuously buying feed for them would now mean like a wastage of money, or because they are consuming everything that they produce. Thank you so much. My name is David. If you are watching me for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell so that you don't miss on any other upload. And if you are a returning subscriber, make sure that you like, share, and comment on this video, and also share it with the friends so that so that they get a piece of this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for supporting this journey that started humbly. Believes always that we rise by lifting others.